Good morning, glorious Spillway that I've only fished a couple times and I'm not sure why. How the hell are you today? I am back to see if I can catch some of your whiskered, flat-headed dongfish and maybe some other stuff. Gar everywhere, there's one there, there's a few down there. We're not gonna be going after those nasty buggers. And we're hoping that if we do throw out live bait, they won't mess with them, but that just sounds too good to be true. So starting with our artificials, let's do it. What is going on, you dirty old stash bags? It is me, and I am back. Came here a couple days ago and caught a few flatheads, and they were the first of the year, and I'm really behind schedule on flatheads this year, so I'm gonna go after flatheads for a good long while. And yeah, I'm not sure if there's really big flatheads in here. I'd imagine there's some bigger than what we caught the last time, but last time we caught 3 flatheads in like 20 minutes or something. And then it kind of slowed down, the gars kind of picked up. So hopefully, got up kind of early. Hopefully they'll be eating good, and hopefully we can pick off a few with swim baits, bass jigs, underspins. I'm gonna try a few lures and hold off on using live bait for a while. But we did bring live bait and we did bring a catfish pole. So eventually that's gonna happen as well. But for now, we're gonna keep the catfish pole out of the way so we can cast wherever we want. And yeah, see if we can't feel that thump. So come along with me. See if we can get some flatheads on artificials. And if we can't, then we'll get some on live bait, hypothetically. All righty, we got a new bucket. Added a new bucket to the squad. In the summer, I fish with live bait a lot. I don't really do it that much other than in the summer, but in the summer it seems to work pretty good, so I use it. So we got an actual bucket, and I didn't really need to replace my blue bucket, but this handle thing, this white piece right here, where are you guys pointing? That broke off on my blue bucket. So when you're carrying a bunch of bait fish and water, it kind of digs into your hand. So I figured it was time for a new one. But this is a 1/8 ounce moon-eye jig head with a Pulsar swim bait. I need to retie that. I don't think I do. I think that's catfish slime. Might regret that, but I'm gonna upgrade to a 1/4 ounce pretty quick though, because this pool's actually pretty deep and the current's going pretty good. So yeah, we have it tied on, so we'll try it first. And then I do have a hybrid jig from 6 Cents Fishing. I'm gonna try that. It'll be better at not getting snagged. And yeah, nothing better than when a flathead thumps a lure, boys and girls, I tell you what. So that's what we're going for today. Hopefully we can make it happen. But if we fish with lures for about 30 minutes, maybe even 20, without a bite, the live bait's going out. But the good spot seems to be right in here, so we will at least try to run the lures through it. Last time we were here, we didn't do it because the live bait catfish poles were kind of in the way. So I'm thinking hypothetically, we run some lures through it, they should hit it. Because when I was throwing the live bait in last time I was here, it like hit the bottom and they would eat it. So as long as we can get a lure to the bottom that's vibrating and wiggling in the flathead's face, hypothetically they should potentially maybe eat it. So I'm gonna chuck this around, make some adjustments as I go, and then I will let you know what works. Assuming something works. We are not gonna go after the gar today. We could probably catch like 10 gar in like 3 seconds if we wanted to, but I don't want to. If there was long nose gar around or a chance at a bigger gar, that'd be a different story, but we just got the little short nosy guys around here. Little cookie cutter 20 inches. So we'll ignore them. See if we can't get some kitties. Chance at a walleye and a wiper and a muskie as well. Any of those would be swell. Pup, hell, or something. Or something. Got one. Got one. That felt weird. Kind of felt like I ran into something almost. It was big though. Definitely big. Walked up here to just kind of get a different angle. I was throwing towards the current to like kind of reel it back with the current, but that wasn't really working, surprisingly. So kind of walked up here to where I can just kind of hop it in one spot, and I either hopped it into the side of a fish, or I think I hopped it into the side of a fish. It's kind of acting carpy. Maybe not though. I kind of felt like a little tick. It wasn't a flathead thump, so I'm not too worried about losing it. Or I don't think anyway. My line was kind of slacked up when it happened, so didn't really have direct connection, but something on the swimmer. Hooked up briefly. Not a gar, I can tell you that for sure. I'm not sure what it was though, but it was something. Got something. Walleye, nice. That's kind of cool. Didn't think it felt like a flathead. Maybe we will have to try the shiners though if there's a bunch of these dudes around. Cool. Not a flathead, but it is a fish on an artificial. He is bleeding like a son of a bitch, but it's not from his gills, so he'll be fine. Little 12-incher or something on the board with a little Walter head. I like it. I like it. I would have preferred it to be a little bit bigger, but I mean, it is one of the species on the hit list, so we will take it. But bluebird skies, sunny, not windy, kind of just a crappy fishing day as far as weather's concerned. So I might have to, before I switch to the bass jig, I'm gonna put a shiner on this and kind of bounce it around and see if I can't catch a walleye or a flathead doing that, or a channel. Did I mention I caught a channel cat on the swim bait last time? I think I did. But it just feels like kind of a live bait day. 90 degrees, sunny, little to no wind. Might be our best option, but we'll be stubborn for a while and do this. Could pay off. Good payoff. Alrighty, we tried the jig to no avail. So we're gonna try the live bait. Maybe they're just not here today, you know? Or if they are, maybe they're just not eating. But based on last time throwing a goldfish out with a 2-ounce weight, it's a good way to find out if they're around and they're feeding. If we start getting gar bites, then yeah, we are moving. Moving. For now, we'll try this and see what happens. Instant bite? No instant bite? All right, we're gonna throw the swimmy, go from there. Swimmy worked once, so might as well keep trying it and stuff. Got something. I don't know what it is, but it's not a gar, and I don't think it ate it. I think it's some sort of carp species, but I could be wrong. Nope, flathead. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, just a little bud. God, they're so dark. I like the small ones. I mean, I like the big ones better, but we got a flat on the swimming bait. Why didn't you eat the goldfish, friend? Actually, I don't really care, because I'd rather catch you on the swimming bait. I mean, we're not knocking anything out of the park here, but that's pretty neato. Flathead number 4 of the year, smallest one of the year. But first one on the swimming bait. Right next to the goldfish, he ate the swim bait instead. Little pretty dude, kind of beat up. Weird tail, flat head. Later, little bud. Go grow up. Go grow up. Stay away from Spencer too, because he would have ate your ass. Mean old Spencer. I'm just kidding. I might try to eat one this year, especially if I'm catching this many small ones. Maybe I'll keep the next one. I gotta show you the house anyway, and I really need to start doing these catch and cooks you guys request on the fly, because trying to make them happen not on the fly, like trying to make them happen on purpose, has been next to impossible. Like every time I catch big bullheads, I'm like, I'm gonna do a bullhead catch and cook. Go back, no bullheads anywhere. Maybe if I catch a small flathead today, we'll kill it. Not promising anything though. But yeah, we'll keep trying. See what happens. Threw the goldfish a little closer to the current. It's not getting messed with by gar anymore, but it's also not getting messed with by anything. So I don't know. I don't know what to do with goldfish, bud. Oh, he's getting something. Something happened. I just had to say something. Nothing major happened, but something happened. Get 8 goldfish, bud. Not by a gar or a turtle though. Channel or flathead or walleye or wiper. Please and thank you. Yes, I know, goldfish. You're not in control of what eats you. You're actually not in control of anything at this point. You're weighted to the bottom with a giant hook in your ass. But still, just try your best, bud. Just wiggle down there. Maybe do some screaming. Like, ee, don't eat me. Flathead. Piss! That thing thumped the bejesus out of it. That was a bigger one, too. Looked sharp. Piss. Maybe we aren't moving, I don't know. That was definitely a flathead. It wasn't like a 10, 20, 15 pounder, but it seemed like about double to triple the size of the one we just caught, so maybe it's like a midday bite, I don't know. How did I miss that one? I set the hook pretty hard. Maybe just didn't get it as good, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. Something hammered it. What is it? A crappie? What? Are you chitting me right now? Do I need to fish for crappies? So we caught a flathead, a walleye, and a crappie. A white crappie. Thought it was another small walleye, but I mean, that's kind of cool. This damn swim bait's doing work. It's caught our only 3 fish. Well, I guess we caught a gar too on the goldfish, but that doesn't count. Caught our only 3 fish, and yeah, 3 different species. I don't know, it's kind of cool. I've never caught a crappie in this area ever. I'd throw on a gulp minnow and a bobber, but I don't really want to catch crappies. I mean, if I can catch them on a swim bait like this, I mean, a bite's a bite in my book, but I don't know, I'm not necessarily going to change my whole game plan because one crappie throated the swimmer. But still pretty cool. I mean, we're managing. Summer can be tough, guys. I'm probably going to start posting some of the videos that I struggle a little bit. I was lucky enough that I could kind of scrap some of those for a while, but with everything going on and how tough the fishing is, I might not be able to do that for a little while. So hopefully you enjoy the struggle videos at least a little bit because, yeah, they're part of it, you know? Can't just go out and light them up every day. And this spot was pretty good for flatheads for like 20 minutes 2 days ago, but yeah, today not so much. We at least... That was a gar. Thought it felt like a walleye bite. What was I gonna say? We at least got one more flathead bite, I'm almost positive. I think the first one, if I included it, was either I ran into a carp, or I guess it could have been a walleye or a flathead too, and I just didn't feel a bite because of the current. I mean, the one flathead I caught on the swim bait, I didn't really feel it bite, so yeah, I mean, it could have been a flathead. But the second one was definitely a walleye or a flathead. So we're getting bites, 5 of them to be exact, in about an hour and a half, which isn't necessarily ideal, but it could be worse, you know? Could be catching nothing. Could be sitting at home doing nothing. So I'm not complaining, I'm just stating it's not necessarily as good as the last time, and I hope you mildly enjoy this video anyway. That being said, we still have time, and at this rate we're definitely hitting another spot, unless we can randomly scrape up like a 15-pound flathead on the swim bait or something crazy. So yeah, I'll keep you posted. Stay tuned and such. And things, please, and thank you. Got something. Saw something jump up top, so I was getting ready to cast up there. And got hammered. Definitely a nice fish, whatever it is. I have a pretty good idea of what it is. I'm also wishing I would have retied at least once today. We've been grinding and running into rocks and such. And gar. Come on, bud. Come on. Got to get you in before my camera dies. But I also don't want to horse you. Doesn't seem super giant, but it definitely seems like the biggest fish of the day. Come here, bud. Come here, bud. I'm shaking. No, don't go up there. There's snags up there. Come on. Come on. I know you're not that big. You are a flathead, though. And you're actually kind of big. Super fun on the swim baits, though. If you haven't tried swim baits for flatheads, you're missing out. I even had live bait, and that wasn't working. Swimming bait's getting them, though. Get them out of the heavy current. Look at all those gar. There's the flathead. Pretty. Pretty. Finally one that's got some meat on its bones. One day I might keep one of you. One day. He ain't giant, but on the walleye gear it sure is fun. Cool. Someone's left a giant hook in his mouth. He's been caught recently. Let's see if we can doctor him up. Not as big as I thought when I originally hooked him, but probably the biggest one we've caught from this spot. And it looks like somebody else might have caught him from this spot. Got it. A-Dot Team Catfish circle hook. Out of bud, and he's not even bleeding. That'll make it easier for you to eat, bud. Take your time. Take your time. Cool. I mean, the swim bait's working. Some wait time in between, but it's working. What did I do with that hook? Oh, there it is. 20 pound straight braid to an 8-aught hook, maybe even a 9-aught. Well, worked for them, I guess. They caught it, but all you gotta do is take your eyelet, back it out the gills, and then, yeah, but just back it out. Reach down their mouth, grab the bend of the hook, and slowly kind of work it out, and they'll be better off in the long run. Threw out another goldfish, and something's happening to it. Probably a gar, but it was worth a shot since we were sticking around for a little bit. Might be a flatty. Can't really tell right now. I don't see any gar at the surface. Still thinking it's a gar though. Big one. Big one. Big one. Is that a new species? Is that a long nose? I think that's a long nose. If it's not, it's a damn big, whatever the hell the other one is. This guy is scary. Oh, shit. That's definitely my biggest gar ever. Definitely. Look at that dude. He's cool. Even though I'm mad at gar right now, I still like them. And when they're this big, I mean, I fish a lot of shitty places and I've never caught one this big, so that's gotta be a long nose, right? I've never even seen a long nose in my area. But look how long his nose is. And he's got the spots. I mean, that's pretty nifty. That's like a upper 20 incher, I'd expect. Cool. Comment down below if that's a long nose, because if it is, it's the first long nose I've ever caught. I'd assume it is, because it's much larger than any of the other gar I'm seeing. Cool, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Wasn't a flathead, but it was still cool. New PB! Just kidding, Nick. I just like to give you shit sometimes. Alright, well, I guess I'm gonna throw another one out. Got like 30 minutes left. Went up and looked in the parking lot, and somebody was in the other spot I was planning on fishing, which is fine. It's public. Too many people around here, though. Not enough water, as Spencer put it, but that's alright. Pop out another Goldie. Keep throwing the swimmy. Give it another 30 minutes or so. All in all, not a bad day. Definitely the biggest gar I've ever caught. And maybe my first long nose. I have no idea how to tell the difference. But I will tell you what, that SOB sure did have a long nose. And even if it wasn't a long nose, it was definitely my biggest short nose. So pretty cool. Pretty cool. That looks like a flathead. That's staying down. Moving slower. That's not a gar. Not a gar. Am I still recording? I am still recording. It's got a little more power, whatever that is, boys and girls. Yep, another flathead. On it instantly. My swimmer was getting ate by a gar. About pulled my pole in. I mean, cool, man. I mean, cool. Thought that was bigger for a second, but it wasn't. Also swallowed it, so hopefully we can get it out. I just looked over, my rod was just slowly bending. Didn't look gary. And this spot might be the nursery, but it's got a lot of fish. And it's got another damn same hook in it. Somebody just caught this one. And my hook's down in there, but it's not in his stomach. So mine's gonna be fairly easy, I believe. He's bleeding a little bit though. Let's at least try it. Okay, he's bleeding a little bit from mine. But we got the other hook out. And flatheads are tough, so they should live. I mean, that probably would have been the one to keep, but I think he'll live either way, so. Another one of the same hook. We're starting a collection here. Kind of a jacked up knot is that. No offense to whoever's hook this is, but you need to you need to YouTube how to tie some knots, homie. No disrespect intended, but that would not have held even a 10-pound flathead. It's like 5-pound mono or something, maybe 10-pound at most. Alrighty, well, fished for another half an hour or so, and nothing really else happened. I threw on a blade bait and I caught like a 10-inch walleye, but I probably cut that out and then nothing else happened after that. Goldfish didn't do anything else, but all in all, it was a pretty good day. It was more of a grind than the first time we came here, but we caught fish. I mean, to be honest, even after all the bad things I said about gar, I think that long nose or whatever it was is definitely the best catch of the day. I've never personally seen one that big. I've never caught a long nose. If it was a long nose, and if it was a short nose, it's the biggest one I've ever caught. Plus 3 flatheads, a walleye, and a random crappie. So summer fishing's tough. Kind of got to take what you can get. If I can get that every day, I'd be pretty stoked. And one of these days, I promise, maybe potentially we'll get a bigger flathead. But for now, the little scrappers are pretty cool. But anyway, if you like this video, give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe. Appreciate you guys watching, as always. Means a lot, means the world to Boo and I, and we appreciate you. Talk to you soon, and thanks and stuff. PAAA POWWW.